Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. That's right. The Level 1 podcast has returned. And today, we've got a ton to talk about. We have to talk about what happened with Battlefield 6 and the future of my content. We have to talk about upcoming games and the fact that there's about to be a massive influx of new releases, and I'm not sure how to tackle it. Today, we're doing DSP Tries It, so that means we got to lock in the next episode. There's a lot going on, and it's a good thing. It's a very good thing. That's why this is the busiest time of year for gamers, and I'm having a great time with all of you. So, I'm happy to be back. Sit back and relax. It's time for a very jam-packed and fun episode. Oh, and also Halloween-themed episode of the Level 1 podcast. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the show. It's the Level 1 podcast returning. Haven't done one in a few days. We're back, and I'm excited. We got a lot to get caught up on. I feel like doing the podcast every other day or every third day now actually is working well because we accumulate a ton of topics to talk about, and then we can get cumulatively caught up. Like, let's say you haven't been around for a few days. If you watch the show today, you get completely caught up on everything that's going on. So I think it serves a good purpose if we do it less often, but at the same time, don't worry. If there are multiple days where it makes sense and there's a lot going on, I would absolutely do the podcast more often, but I like doing it around 3 times a week right now. I think it works out well. So welcome to the show. It's Wednesday, the 15th of October, 2025. That's right. We are smack dab in the middle of a month of horror and Halloween fun. Although you might have looked around recently and said, well, wait a minute, what happened to that? Because you're not using your Halloween animations that often. You're not playing any horror games. What's going on? Well, we wrapped up the horror games that were in the rotation. We beat Chronos: The New Dawn and Silent Hill F. We had like a week of interim where there wasn't any horror. And that's actually why last night we jumped on the Steam for a random late night stream and we determined, hey, here's a few interesting indie horror games that maybe we could check out. You may have noticed that there was a couple random videos on my channel, including a game called The Exit 8 and also a game called Rat Shaker. We're trying a lot of random stuff. Let's just put it that way. Tonight, we'll be doing more random stuff. We actually have like 7 or 8 horror games that we added to my wish list, and we're probably going to grab a couple of those and give them a look starting tonight and see what they're all about. Try to find maybe a couple that are interesting to play again. Okay? So, good stuff. And the animations basically are when I do the podcast, because otherwise I play an animation loop that is based on the games that I'm currently playing. So what you've been seeing is like, games like Battlefield and Silent Hill F and Mario Galaxy and Silk Song and stuff like that. And you're like, well, I don't get it. Where's the Halloween? Well, here it is. And what I should probably do is maybe do a dedicated Halloween playlist, because this is more a podcast Halloween. Maybe I could do like a dedicated Halloween that I could play on and off as well. We'll see. Anyway, so welcome back. For those of you who maybe haven't been around for a few days, I'm happy to have you back. There's actually a lot to get caught up on right now with everything that's going on with my current playthroughs, DSP Tries It, and the like. So sit back and relax. We got a lot to chat about. First of all, good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? We got Lilith, Muckman, Pikachu level 33, Suspect Sushi. It's an interesting name. Chris, Isna, JRW, Copium, Dungeon Keeper's Mistress, Original Grant, Chemical Dog. What's going on? On the kick side of stuff, who do we got? Recovering Detractor, Just for Phil. Let's see. Leprosy finger sniffer. That's an interesting one. Perlo Key is back. I unbanned their account. Who else do we got? Hyperloop, 2-syllable. Again, half the time I shout out the people on Kick, it's all new accounts because it's all sock accounts, and I don't know who the hell any of them are. They're all LARPers, right? We do have Buckwell, who's a regular. We have Takamishinoku, who's a regular troll, and a few others. So, good morning, everyone. Oh, John, how are you? Horntins, how are you? Space Jam fan, Kaio, Squish, Mango Ice Cream Kitty, RGB Lover, Omega Sauce, sniffing the sauce again. Ugh. Anyway, so welcome back, and good morning to all. Today, it's DSP Tries It time. I'm very excited. Finally, we're doing the steak nuggets from Arby's. This is actually an idea we had over 2 weeks ago, okay? And we talked about it, and there was voting and everything, but it didn't win the poll, so we ended up doing Mexican food first. We're finally getting to it today. I'm happy we are, but this is the thing, is that when there's a new item on a fast food menu, usually the entirety of the taste testing YouTube community runs to do it right away, because that's all they do. Me, I'm a variety guy, and it's a reward to actually be able to do that show. So I haven't seen anyone else's reviews, but it's funny because my wife said, just so you know, like, everyone has reviewed these things. Like, everyone went out and got them already. So it may be there's interest, maybe there's no interest anymore because it's been like 2 weeks. I don't know. I guess we'll see today. I hope that you guys will stick around. Later today, I will be doing the steak nuggets as well as other things. I'm going to order like 2 or 3 items perhaps off of the Arby's menu. That way, if the steak nuggets suck, obviously I'm not like starving, right? I'll still have dinner. So I like stuff on Arby's menu. I think their chicken sandwiches are decent. I actually like their roast beef. So maybe I'll get a couple different things there off the menu, okay? So that's today. I'm excited to finally be able to do it. But now we got to determine what's the next DSP Tries It, because we obviously want to know what we're building up to next and what we're working toward, right? So that's a good question. There's been a few options and things that we have discussed, okay? First option would be that they have a Thanksgiving sub at Firehouse Subs. So for those who don't know, American Thanksgiving is near the end of November. It is a holiday where we celebrate basically the idea of thanks, being thankful for all the things in our lives that we have. It's a day to get together with friends and relatives and have a good time and reminisce and have a ginormous meal. All right, traditionally, Thanksgiving dinner is turkey, stuffing, cranberry sauce, vegetables, some kind of potatoes. There's a lot of different things you can have. So this sub is basically a combination of a lot of those ingredients onto an actual sub. They started that a couple of weeks ago. They're claiming it's limited time only, but it probably is going to continue through American Thanksgiving. That's an option, something interesting to try. Another option that we came up with a couple of weeks ago would be Domino's Pizza, which I can't even remember the last time that I even tried Domino's Pizza. Like, there's very few times that it's like, it's notable in my head that I've had it. Like in the let me take that back. In the mid-2000s, okay? When I was a bachelor and I was poor, okay? And I was working a crappy job and barely making ends meet, basically I used to order Domino's Pizza because it was one of the cheapest things you could get. I'm not kidding. They used to have what was called a 5-5-5 deal. 3 medium pizzas, unlimited toppings, $5 each. So at a time when I was broke, I would order this, and I would get like the Philly cheesesteak pizza, and I would get the all meats pizza, and then maybe I would get like the works, and I would literally eat pizza for 3 days straight. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I would wake up and have a piece of pizza. Then later in the day, I would nuke 2 pieces of pizza, and then for dinner, I'd have like 3 pieces of pizza. And I would eat that for 3 days, so $15, and I ate for 3 days. Now, it was insanely unhealthy, but that's what I did when I was broke, okay? Years later, my wife and I she wasn't my wife, she was my fiance at the time. We're going to Connecticut to get married, and we arrived very late. Our plane had been delayed, and we had touched down very, very late, and we're in a hotel room. The only thing to eat at like 11 at night is Domino's Pizza. So we order a Domino's pizza for delivery because it's the only thing that we're starving. It arrives and we go to eat it and we go, it was like the saltiest pizza we'd ever eaten in our lives. It was like pure salt. Absolutely ridiculous. It was so bad. But we were hungry, so we each had a couple pieces, but then we threw out the rest because it was so disgusting. Okay? So these are the notable times that I've had with Domino's Pizza. Now, over the course that DSP Tries It has existed, I did do Domino's Pizza once or twice, but very rarely. I actually searched the playlist, and there's like maybe 2 episodes, I think, that was ever Domino's Pizza. So I've almost never eaten Domino's, as prominent as it is, and everyone talks about it like it's like a mainstay of American cuisine. I've almost never eaten it. Reason being, when I was growing up in Connecticut, I lived like 10, 15 minutes away from an amazing pizzeria that made authentic East Coast Italian pizza. So why would I ever order Domino's? So I was thinking this could be a good idea. It's something I haven't done in 100 years. Maybe we could try different things. Like someone in chat is saying they have stuffed crust now. Maybe order a stuffed crust pizza. Maybe get like 2 kinds of pizza. And maybe an appetizer or something like that. Okay? Now, those are just quick ideas. If you guys know of anything else going on in the realm of food right now, okay, I really would love to know what it would be. Is there something new somewhere else that I can try? Because we want to have an exciting DSP Tries It this week, okay? So let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you've come up with. I'd love to know if there's anything new and go from there. And yes, I want to do fast foodie this time because the last 2 episodes were both sit-down restaurants that were local. That only gets so far. They don't get that much attention or popularity when it's more local stuff. For example, the last episode of DSP Tries It, which at this point was a week ago, doesn't even have 1,000 views yet. And that's what I mean. The local stuff, listen, the food is better, but it doesn't do so well performance-wise. So I would much rather do something, that is fast foodie again, so that we can take a look and talk about it together. Maybe other people can order it. You know what I mean? So, do you guys know of anything going on right now? I'm just curious. Do you know of anything? That's right. Even the flight of beers did better. You're absolutely right. Yeah. Domino's is good, but nothing to write home about. Well, again, this is for me. It's more of a, hey, I haven't been there in so long. Just give it a shot. It's not really, hey, I'm looking to eat gourmet food from Domino's. I just want to see what it's like in the modern era. No, I'm not doing this. So Burger King has a monster menu. It's an absolute joke. Okay? Jack-o'-lantern Whopper is literally a normal Whopper with an orange bun, but they charge you more money for it. Vampire nuggets are literally the exact same chicken nuggets you eat, except they're shaped like fangs and bats. The Mummy mozzarella fries are literally just the regular mozzarella fries in a package that looks like a mummy. It's not new. It's the same shit you can get, except they're pretending like it's new to get you to pay more. It's exactly the same menu. So I'm not doing it because I'm not stupid. There's no point in wasting time. It's not even a taste test. You know what it fucking tastes like. This is exactly the same as what they did with that Wednesday meal at Wendy's, where it was chicken nuggets and themed sauces, but it's randomized sauces, so you don't even know what you're getting, and sometimes you don't even get them. So what the fuck's the point of that? These places are so pathetic at this point. They're really giving zero effort to try to do anything new. At least steak nuggets at Arby's is something they've never done before. It may be horrible, but at least it actually is a new offering that's worth a taste testing. You see? Okay. No, I'm not going to eat at a Michelin-starred restaurant. They would never deliver anyway. Yeah, remember, they used to be, first it was a black bun, then it was a purple bun, now it's an orange bun. At one point, they had a red bun. I think they called it the Fiery Whopper, and that was the Whopper that had the hot sauce on it. Yeah. They have a veggie burger at McDonald's, do they? I didn't know they had a veggie burger at McDonald's. Are you sure? Hold on. I don't know if they have that here, because I don't think I've ever seen that on their menu, to be honest. Let me check quickly. They don't even have anything special at all right now at McDonald's. I'm looking. It's just their normal menu. 0 new items. 0. What they're doing is the gold sauce snack wrap, the gold sauce chicken sandwich. That's it. Yeah, gold McCrispy. Wow, they put zero effort into anything. They didn't care. Yeah, nope, they don't have it. No veggie burger at McDonald's right now in the United States. It must be a Canadian thing, Buckwell. But thanks for suggesting. That would have been something worth trying if they had it. They don't have it here. No, I never had a Monster Mac from McDonald's. I don't know what that is. What's a Monster Mac? Okay, a couple shout outs. First contribution of the day is from Red Eyes Black Dragon. It's $5 super chat, and he says, DSP Tries It is like Review Bra Reviews, but not as pale and without the suits. DSP Tries It existed like a decade before Review Bra Reviews, for the record. DSP Tries It started in 2010, I believe it was, and I started regularly doing it around like 2010, 2011. The reason I started doing the show is because I wanted to diversify my content and have monetizable content on YouTube. You could not monetize gameplay back then. So I did this as a variety show on my vlogging channel. So I did it way before anyone. Seriously, I dare you, go back and see taste testing shows. Mine actually was before it predated everybody. And by the way, it used to actually be very popular. It's just that I stopped doing it, and therefore it fell off because I stopped doing it. You know, I've only brought it back now as kind of a gimmick. So thank you, Red Eyes Blue Dragon. For the record, I've seen the review bra. Isn't it called, I think his show's called Running on Empty is what he calls it. Running on Empty. And he calls himself Report of the Week. I don't know why you guys call him Review Bra, because I don't think that he even calls himself that. But that's what people call him on the internet, right? I think it's a good show. It's entertaining. You know, the fact that his presentation is actually awkward, but I think it's on purpose. Like, I think he actually does it that way on purpose because it's different and it stands out and it's unique and it's interesting. Instead of some dude's like, yo, bro, I'm in my car and I got a fucking sandwich. Let's go. I'm going to eat it in the car like a lot of them do. He does it differently and it actually, it stands out. That's why it's gotten such popularity. Running on Empty food reviews is actually what it's called. Okay, there you go. It's always awesome when he gets hit with something he doesn't expect at all. Like if like something's insanely good and he didn't know it was going to be good and he's like delighted, or if like it's something that he thought would be all right and he eats it, it's like so disgusting and he's like revolted. My wife was watching it. We watched it together and we watched it a few weeks ago. He did one on Popeyes. He tried to do the hot ones menu like I did. They actually gave him the hot sauces. Because see, the thing, I did the hot ones menu. They didn't give me the sauces. So we watched his review, and he actually got the sauces. But he said his chicken smelled like feces. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, the chicken smelled like actual, like a bag of poo. I'm like, oh, my God. Well, at least my local Popeyes isn't that bad. They forget the sauce, but at least the chicken was edible and delicious. The chicken was actually good. So, anyway, yeah. Yogurt Stain did a $5 super chat. Yogurt Stain, that doesn't apply to me at least. And he says, have you ever done a DSP Tries It with Costco items? I would give that review 5 big booms. What is a big boom? But, so here's the question, Yogurt Stain. Honest question, because this is an interesting idea. When you say with the Costco stuff, what do you mean? Do you mean buy things from Costco, bring them home? Like the freezer stuff or stuff from their refrigerated area and try that as a taste test? Or do you mean the food court food? Like the hot dog, the pizza, that stuff. I have had both their hot dog combo and their pizza in person. And quite frankly, I liked them both. I thought that the food was actually really good for the price. I don't want to say it's gourmet, but for the price, it was actually a great, great value. But the thing is, how would I do that? How would I get it? How would I get it to my house? That's the question. They don't do delivery. Like right now, if I were to go on my phone, okay, let's check. For the hell, for the sake of argument. No, they don't do delivery. Which is weird because there are stores that do delivery, like Target does delivery, but not Costco. So, yeah. So sadly, I wouldn't be able to do that. Now, if you had an idea, like let's say you said, oh, I know that at Costco they sell this thing that you could maybe do yourself and try. That's a possibility, but I'd like to know what do you mean? Or do you have favorite items from Costco that you enjoy? Because actually, my wife and I need to do a Costco run to restock the house in the next few weeks here. So if you guys have ideas of things at Costco to do, I'd be all ears. That's actually a good idea, but it has to be something obviously frozen or refrigerated that we could make, warm up, and taste, live for a DSP tries it. That'd be a very different one. Okay. Roy just did a $5 super chat. Thank you, Roy. He says, if I donate Digimon Storytime Stranger, will you play it? It is really good. No. But there's a good reason. It's because I'm about to play Pokemon. That's number one. Number two, there's a zillion other games coming out, which we're actually going to talk about this morning. Like, we've got, just to give you some perspective, we're currently playing Mario Galaxy 2, Silk Song, okay? And every once in a while, American Truck Simulator, right? And we're starting to do some random horror stuff, right? That's what's currently in my, that's what's currently in my rotation. Starting tomorrow, Pokemon Legends ZA premieres. So that's going to hit the rotation, okay? Then next week, Monday night is the premiere of Ninja Gaiden 4. Tuesday, we may play Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. We're going to talk about that today. Thursday is the premiere of Tormented Souls 2. So within 1 week's time, we have potentially 4 new games. So I don't have time to play Digimon, okay? So we'll talk about it in a minute, the schedule. But I'm not interested in Digimon. We don't have time for it. But I do appreciate your offer, Roy. That's nice of you. I know people, when you like a particular game and I'm not playing it, a lot of people try to get me to play it. It's all good. And I'm not offended either by the offer, about you bringing it up. It's just, I'm just not interested in it, okay? Busy with everything else. Okay. Okay. So, right now, Thanksgiving sub from Firehouse Subs, Domino's Pizza. Anything else? Did anyone else? Frank's Red Hot Diablo Sauce is collaborating with Taco Bell starting tomorrow. Taco Bell adds new chicken menu items in Frank's Red Hot collab. Taco Bell is expanding its chicken menu options through a new partnership with Frank's Red Hot. The chain announced on October 14th, so yesterday. Oh. The chain announced on October 14th the launch of 3 new food items. The return of its chicken strips. Get this the fuck out of here. Are you kidding? I clicked on close and it completely deleted the article I was reading. Is this some kind of a joke? Get the fuck out of here. Okay. So, the return of its chicken strips plus a sauce collaboration. The latest chicken items include a burrito, soft taco, and nacho fries, as well as a new Frank's Red Hot Diablo sauce. The full lineup will be available at Taco Bell starting October 16th. The collab demonstrates the versatility of Frank's Red Hot by bringing its characteristic balance of bold flavor and heat to ignite every bite. So are they aware, like seriously, are they aware that every single place has been doing hot sauce stuff in the last 2-3 months? They've all either hot honey or hot sauce. So they're just copying. They're literally just copying everybody else. While Taco Bell's items are traditionally made with the ground beef, the chain's pushing into the chicken market, first with nuggets earlier in the year. So this is it. It's a burrito, a taco, and what the fuck is that? What is that? So here it is. The Diablo Crispy Chicken Burrito. Crispy chicken strips with shredded lettuce, purple cabbage, pico de gallo, and cheddar cheese wrapped in a flour tortilla grilled and finished with a choice of Frank's Red Hot Diablo or avocado ranch. Frank's Red Hot Diablo Crispy Chicken Soft Taco. A soft flour tortilla with a crispy chicken strip, purple cabbage, lettuce, pico de gallo, and cheddar cheese. It's exactly the same. The taco and the burrito are exactly the same. There's no difference at all. Frank's Red Hot Diablo Chicken Nacho Fries. Seasoned nacho fries topped with a slow roasted chicken. There's chicken on that? Do you see chicken? This is the advertisement for it. Does that look like chicken? I see cheese. I see tomato. And I see fry. Do you see any chicken? Is that supposed to be a piece of chicken? That's awful. What an awful ad for it. Anyway, so it's chicken, nacho cheese sauce, 3 cheese blend, pico de gallo, and a drizzle of Frank's Red Hot, and then crispy chicken strips with spicy ranch. 4 chicken strips coated in tortilla breading with a choice of spicy ranch or Frank's Red Hot. So that's it? That's it. So if we were to do this, I would either do the burrito or the taco. There's no reason to do both because they're exactly the same. They're literally identical. But I guess you could get the fries and you could get either the burrito or the taco. All right. Well, what do you think? What about that? We just did the decades menu and it was atrociously bad. Do you want to do that? Well, we have another option. Is it going to be the Frank's Red Hot menu from Taco Bell? Is it going to be the Domino's pizza taste testing, probably with stuffed crust pizza? Or will it be the Thanksgiving sub from Firehouse Subs? I guess those should be our 3 options. Okay? The Taco Bell one's brand spanking new. Like, that's literally brand new. So that's something that would be very pertinent as long as we could do it in the next week, right? What do you guys think? No response. Both chats not moving. Great. I'm glad to see your excitement. I'm very excited for it, just like you. Go to Denny's? Denny's. There is a Denny's in my area, but it's not very good. There were 3 Denny's in my area. The 2 of them were decent, and they both closed. The other one that's left is actually the worst one of the 3, where the food quality is bad and the service is terrible, yet they're the one that stayed open. So my wife and I haven't eaten at Denny's in like 4 years. Thanksgiving sub. All right, how about this? For now, let's say the new Frank's Red Hot menu from Taco Bell. And by the way, someone said they have like a dessert taco too that's like ice cream. The other problem with that is, do you really think that's going to show up intact? Honestly? Like, I'm interested in that because I used to like the Choco Taco. I used to get the Choco Taco when I went to Taco Bell, but I don't think it's going to be very good being delivered. Just saying. Stevester, thanks for a $10 super chat. He says, cool streams. Have a nice week, y'all. Thank you, Stevester. Good to see you, and thank you for the support. Let's get that on the leaderboard. Biggest super chat of the day. So now we got some super chats. We got a couple tiny tips that I didn't even bother reading. No support on Kick. Can we get our first sub of the day? Can we get some kicks over on Kick? Let's get that support rolling. Let's get the candies. It is Halloween month. Let's get the candies deliver. I'm DSP. I'm at your door. I'm knocking. Knock, knock. Who's there? Trick or treat. Now give me the candies. Imagine that. Imagine it's Halloween night. There's a knock at your door. You open the door and it's actually me outside and I say trick or treat. That would be the most horrifying occurrence. Your face might actually melt off of your skull and just rip off and run down the street, and you'd backflip yourself back into the house, slamming the door with your feet. Nick, no, stay away. Oh my God. Candies. I want delicious candies. Deliver them to me. No one's delivering candies, for the record. Buckwell is tossing a few individual kicks on the floor, but that's not enough. I'm like Slimer. I need to lick up the delicious big mouthfuls of candy this season. You understand? Good morning, Game Boy. Good to see you. How you doing? I don't want your penny candies. I want the taste. Give me a Snickers. Give me a Milky Way. Give me a Nestle's Crunch. Or how about some Reese's Peanut Butter Cups? Give me the good stuff. You could take those penny candies and you could shove them where the sun don't shine. You understand? All right. Good stuff. Very nice. All right. So for now, why don't we say the next DSP tries it is the new Frank's Red Hot menu from Taco Bell? But we could change that. If something else comes up that's better, I think we could do it. Here's the thing. I want to do the Thanksgiving sub from Firehouse Subs. But I understand it's October. I don't know why they jumped the gun with it and started offering it in October. American Thanksgiving is the end of November. So people are going to want that in November. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why they did it so early. It doesn't make sense. It's themed and it's timed wrong. So maybe later this month or maybe next month, we could do that, right? Domino's, we can literally do whenever. So Domino's, we'll pull it out whenever we want, all right? Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do it. Let's lock it in. let me go ahead. Excuse me. Let me ban that idiot because that was a racist. So let me get rid of that idiot. There we go. Okay. Let me go ahead and update the goal command. The Frank's Red Hot menu from Taco Bell. It is. Thank you, because I didn't even know that existed. The good news is the chicken strips at Taco Bell are pretty good. So maybe this actually won't be nearly as bad as that Decades menu that was disgusting. Okay. Roy did a $2 super chat. He says, do the pan pizza from Domino's. It's amazing. Oh, yeah? So maybe I would do one of the stuffed crust and I would do a pan pizza. Okay, that's a good suggestion. I feel like we're doing Domino's at some point. We just don't know when yet. It's coming though, you know? Okay. So thank you, Roy, and also Stuart. Just became a member this morning. Thank you to Stuart for the membership. I appreciate that, Stuart. Thank you, sir. So, you may have noticed I just mentioned the schedule. I mentioned the rotation that we're doing Silk Song, Mario Galaxy 2, American Truck Sim, Pokemon as of tomorrow, some random horror fun this week on the late streams, and next week we've got multiple games, right? But you may have noticed that there's something that's omitted from the schedule, something that was on the schedule last when we did this podcast on Sunday morning, and now it's gone. Battlefield 6, okay? So you might say, wait a minute. What happened to Battlefield 6? In fact, people have been coming by the last couple of days to the chat and even comments on my videos saying, where's Battlefield 6? Allow me to explain what happened. So on launch day of Battlefield 6, I played it all day long. I was horrible at it. Admittedly, I was trying to play it like Call of Duty. I had forgotten about the team-based nature of the game. I had forgotten how to utilize the actual classes. And I was like, where's the unlocks? Why is nothing unlocking? Right? Battlefield is so different from Call of Duty. It's meant to be played with a team who's going to communicate, who's going to back each other up. While some people attack, others are tossing down support items, and another person's going up and reviving the people, right? That's how it's meant to be played. However, unless you have that team set up, playing Battlefield with randoms is awful. I can tell you that. I played it for 8 hours. Randoms they just don't understand what they're doing. They either immediately split off from the group and run off and do things by themselves, or they're so idiotic, they'll be in the middle of a giant firefight and try to revive you. What's the point of reviving me if the moment I stand back up, I'm dead again, and then you die too? But that's how they're playing. They just don't know what they're doing. The game also has an insanely long time to unlock anything. I played for 8 hours and I unlocked 2 weapons. That's lame, okay? In addition to that, okay, in order to play this game, you have to invest a lot of time. The reason being is, unlike Call of Duty, which is very run and gun, and you can get in and get kill streaks and score streaks to get that adrenaline flowing and get momentum going and get an audience pumped, with Battlefield, it's a very slow-paced game, okay? It just is. It's very slow. It's like methodical. You're playing on a conquest map, and it takes forever to win or lose, and you're talking 30-plus minutes for a match sometimes, right? That style of gameplay is not very appealing to a public audience. It's more boring, unless they're an audience that essentially says, hey, we're used to that and we know that, but mine is not. For example, I started playing Battlefield and people immediately complaining, wow, it's boring. Okay? Why is nothing happening? Why aren't you winning or losing? Why aren't you taking over an objective? Like, because the game's too slow. That's how it's built. It's built to be huge like that. You know what I'm saying? And then lastly, because the maps are so big, you have to play a lot to get the knowledge of how to play on these certain maps. You know, every map has interesting places where you can easily flank people and stuff. You got to play this a lot, okay? 8 hours in, I feel like I'm still at square one. I've only hit level 12, and some of the guns that I want to use are at level 30. So you're talking I'd have to play 20-plus hours to even get to weapons that I want to try, okay? In addition, as I've said, I suck, and I know that. Like, I know I suck. This is a game that would take me a long time to learn and a long time to get good at. So I gave it another shot on Sunday night, and here's what happened on Sunday night, okay? Attendance dropped dramatically from launch day on Friday. Engagement for the second half of my stream was non-existent. No one in chat was paying attention to or talking about the game, and support was bad. I didn't even hit $100 of support. So I said, well, listen, it's obvious this is the kind of game that if I had an established team and we were teaming up and communicating would be much better. Maybe you would like it more. But the thing is, that's not my style. I'm the kind of guy that when I'm streaming, I communicate with you. I interact. There's social, back and forth. That's the appeal of a lot of my streams. Today, in the modern day, people are more interested in just hanging out with me and talking than me playing some kind of a hardcore game where I have to dedicate myself to get good and I'm dying constantly and there's raging and everything at it. It just doesn't work anymore. Here's why. This kind of content did used to work, okay? People would come to my streams and flood them with views. Of course, it would be trolls, but still, they would watch the streams. I would get views. I would get ad revenue. I would get engagement on my content. My channel would hit related search because I was playing a game that would get a ton of attention because I was raging at it. Whether it was a FromSoft Soulsborne style game, whether it was a new online fighting game, whether it was an online FPS, these kind of rage bait games would bring people to the channel. Today, illegal restreamers literally stream the content the same time I do. The trolls just go to their channels and they get the views and they get the support and I get nothing. Okay? So because they're breaking the law and they're live restreaming me, which is not allowed anywhere. It's not allowed anywhere. It's against terms of service to live rebroadcast someone without explicit permission. You can't do it. Okay? Because they do it and they steal from me, I don't benefit from it anymore. Like I said, in the last week, take a look at my streams, okay? Last night, what did we do? We hung out on Steam, okay? Someone is dropping a whole bunch of support, but it's an offensive name. They said the Snorth Fourth is mine. I think they're trying to make it sound like the Snort Fort is mine. I mean, it's not. First of all, there's nothing called a Snort Fort. And number two, it's not yours. Even if you were to call my home the Snort Fort, it would be mine. Anyway, so continuing on. Basically, in the last week, let's actually look at what has been popular on my channel, shall we? Okay? Last night, we just hung out on Steam, looked at a bunch of horror games, bought a few, and played them randomly. Lots of hangout sessions, vibes, interaction. Chill with Phil. I do a stream of chilling with Phil, and I make 4 times more money than when I was playing Sonic Racing Cross Worlds within an hour, by the way. This is what I mean. Even the podcast, when I do the podcast, which I don't do every day anymore, when I finally do the podcast, it does well. This person just gifted 25 more subs. Here's the question. Do you guys think this is real? I mean, it is real, but do you think this is a troll who's then going to pull everything? I'm just curious. I wonder, because I don't know who this is. Apparently, this is brand new. Let's take a look. It says weekly top gifter. Yeah, they've never gifted before. This is a brand new account. Like, literally, this is a brand new account. People are saying it's Iron Chef Sakai. I mean, even if it is, what's the point? What's the end goal of sending me 30 gifted subs and hitting the goal already? Like, what? You literally just gave me a lot of money. Thanks, I guess. I'm lost. Anyway. To get back on track, because we got distracted by this, right? So, in the last week, the most successful streams that I have done, all right, have been me hanging out with you. Chill games where we can interact and talk, okay? Or streams where we're just shooting the shit. It's not, oh, Phil's playing the rage bait games anymore. They did used to work. They absolutely did back in the day. We're talking the early days when I moved to Washington, that whole first, I would say decade even, of me doing things like Dark Souls. So probably like maybe you can argue 2012 all the way through like 2022, 2023. But what's happened is in the last couple of years, people have more enjoyed hanging out with me and being chill than the rage. People even say, man, you're getting too angry at a game. We don't like that anymore. We want to see you actually enjoy yourself. Okay? Now, there's some exceptions. There's sadly just going to be some games that aren't going to work. For example, old school JRPGs and stuff, it almost never works. It sucks. Like, I played Sweet Code N2, and I got halfway through, and we had to stop. I want to go back to it at some point, but, like, what are you going to do? There's not much that you can do. You just kind of shrug, like, well, I love the game. It is a social experience, but no one shows up for it, right? But in general, people just seem to like hanging out on the channel. Why is American Truck Simulator the longest running successful stream that I've done this year? It is. Take a look. I've done something like 50 hours of American Truck Simulator, and almost every stream we've hit the goal. I think there's only very few we didn't. So there you go, right? So here's the thing. You might say, well, that sucks because I really like to see Phil rage. Well, you have one group of people to blame for the fact that I'm not going to do that kind of content. My trolls and detractors who steal my content. Every idiot who illegally restreams me, every moron who literally just rips my content and reposts it on their channel with a title that's defamatory, it's their fault. Because normally the people who watch that content would have watched it on my channel and I would have profited from it. And I would have said, oh, it makes sense. Let's make more. Okay, let's play more Battlefield. Let's play more rage-inducing fighting games, right? Let's do that. Like right now, if I was actually getting views, attention, and support on Street Fighter 6, maybe I would have played more Street Fighter 6. But if you didn't know, it dried up. People weren't caring about Street Fighter 6. They only wanted to see me rage at it, and that the views would go to the trolls. So 100%, the blame for that content not existing anymore is them. And now, of course, they'll say, well, now we're not going to have any more content like that to benefit from. Yeah, but it's your fault because you got greedy. Because instead of playing fair and playing ball and doing this in a way that it benefits everyone, i.e., you clip it after the fact and you edit it to be a transformative work and you make a montage of the worst moments, which is what you used to do. That took effort, right? That actually took time, effort, skill to do. Now you just rip it raw, which is illegal. And you put it on your channel illegally. Your entire channel violates YouTube's terms of service. It is a community guidelines violation to do what you're doing. Okay? And since you do that, I'm not going to give you the content anymore. It's your fault. You go fuck yourself because you already did. You already fucked yourself. By getting greedy, by doing this outright theft, that's why you're not getting your content anymore. Okay? So there you go. No more content for you, you dumb motherfucking bitches. It's your fault. You have no one to blame. Look at yourself. You're the jackass. Put the clown makeup on in the fucking mirror because you deserve it. There's no reason for me to stress myself out and play these games anymore when I can benefit doing other things. So that's what I'm going to do. And you can eat it. You can sit and spit on a fucking cactus for all I care. Because I don't care about you. I care about me and my viewers. And my actual positive supporting viewers, they want to just chill. So you're going to get chill content you don't like and your viewership doesn't want to see because you stole the content that you wanted to see and I didn't get anything out of it. It's your fault. Okay? So, yes, I probably would have played more Battlefield and tried, except there's no point. I'm not going to bother with it anymore. Oh, well. So I'm sorry to those who actually did like Battlefield, but to be honest, I'm not playing for my trolls. I'm trying to play for my positive viewers. My positive viewers have outright made it known we don't like seeing you play this game. In fact, they even said play Call of Duty when it comes out, because when you play Call of Duty, you can get fun kill streaks, score streaks going. You use a variety of weapons because they unlock fast. You're doing melee kills. You're doing sniping kills. You're doing LMGs. You're throwing explosives. It's fun. Battlefield is like watching paint dry because all you do is die and rage. Die and rage is stupid. So, okay. That's it. Done. No more Battlefield, no more of that nonsense. Okay? Okay, cool. Excellent. All right, so, yeah. Now, I will play Call of Duty next month. It is on Game Pass. I played the beta, and I'll be honest, I actually thought the beta was going to suck because I thought that Call of Duty Black Ops 7 was going to have double jumping, wall running, all that nonsense. It does have wall jumping, but that's it. It doesn't have the other stuff. So, it was actually fun, and it was actually interesting, and we had a good time. So because of that, I am going to play it next month, and hopefully it turns out to be a good game in the rotation, just like Black Ops 6 was. The good news is now I'll be playing it on mouse and keyboard day one. So that'll be exciting because I actually played much better when I put down the controller and I started playing on mouse and keyboard. So we'll see how that goes, okay? Okay, but that's it for Battlefield. Sorry. If you were someone who liked Battlefield, obviously I apologize, but I'm not going to give the content to those who don't deserve it, who steal it from me. I get nothing out of this content. My actual positive supporters did not come by to support Battlefield, so I'm done with it. Okay. And that's that. By the way, Battlefield apparently sold a ridiculous amount of copies. It's actually, I think so. They were saying like 3 million or something like that, which is insane. That's wild that a game coming back out of retirement like that would have like 3 million sales in the first week. So good on them. Team-based shooter. And I've even said this. I don't think there's anything wrong with Battlefield 6. It's a great team-based shooter. It's got sound mechanics. It actually has good graphics. The one thing I would complain about is the wonkiness of the physics, that there are some weird physics glitches in the game that make the game look a little bit weird and unpolished. But for the most part, it seems like a great game. I'm not going to play it anymore. It's not for me. Team-based is not for me. Sitting there investing endless hours to unlock guns, dying nonstop, and people just, quick, clip farm it. Well, fuck you. Now you get nothing. It's your fault. Again, it's all about greed. If these people had done it within rational means, like, okay, every once in a while I do it, but no, they literally steal every stream. They steal every video I put out, so I'm just not going to give them anything anymore. Oh no, Phil did another boring stream where he hung out with his audience and hit his goals. Well, that's not fun to restream. Well, fuck off. Don't restream then, stupid. It's not my fault that you ruin the content for yourself. Okay. So thank you, Red Eyes Black Dragon did a $2 super chat and said, Phil's laying down the law and telling how it is. Yeah, I'm not fucking around anymore. I'm not stupid. I'm not wasting time. I have so many things going on right now. We have so many games that I'm trying to juggle and get through and play. This week alone, we have so many new games coming out. I don't need to play Battlefield. It was hilarious that last night, literally just looking at Steam and playing 2 random games, we hit and exceeded my support goal. Playing Battlefield, we couldn't even get like halfway to the goal. Let's continue, shall we? So what's actually going to happen in the next week? Okay, let's talk about that. So here's the schedule as of now. And then what I want to do is show you the new games that are coming out next week, okay? Here's the schedule as of right now. So, as you can see, today we're doing Super Mario Galaxy 2. Announcement, this will be the last major stream of Super Mario Galaxy 2 for a while. This game is actually going to go on a little bit of a hiatus. Reason being, too many new games are coming out. Mario Galaxy 2 is an old game. It's from 2010. So technically, I'm playing an old game during the biggest game release season of the year because I needed something to fill time. But now we're going to have so many new games coming out, we got to put Mario on hold. All right? It will come back, I promise you. I'm really enjoying Mario Galaxy 2, and I absolutely want to keep going and see if I can get all the stars and everything. But we got to put it on hold, and here's what we're looking at. So, Mario Galaxy 2 today, and then DSP tries it, steak nuggets from Arby's. Tonight, we're continuing with the chill indie horror streams. We actually have a ton of games that I added to my Steam wish list, and we're going to buy a few more tonight and try them out. So tonight, a random horror indies night. Come on by around 7 p.m. for that. Tomorrow is no podcast because it's the premiere of Pokemon Legends ZA, and I'll be playing it for a major 3 to 4 hour gameplay stream, okay? Tomorrow night, we're actually going to do a random late night stream of Hollow Knight Silksong. Reason being, if I didn't do that, we wouldn't get to play it again this week. And we're right at the point where we're going to finish Act 2. So I want to finish Act 2 this week. I hope you'll join me tomorrow night on the late stream. I know that, sadly, some people probably can't make it on the late streams, but I hope you will. And we can continue on the awesome playthrough and the awesome levels of engagement and support that I've had for that Metroidvania playthrough. Okay. Friday, more Pokemon Legends and one final Chill Indies Horror Night. I'm off from streaming on Saturday. On Sunday, it's going to be a major stream of Silksong. And this actually is going to change. We're not doing Pokemon on Sunday night. We're going to be doing American Truck Simulator. Okay? Just so everyone knows you're aware. So Monday. This is weird, I know, but listen up. On Monday, there's a new release, Ninja Gaiden 4. But it comes out at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Bizarre. I don't know why. it comes out 5 p.m. Pacific time, but it does. So what we'll do is as the day stream on Monday, we'll probably do more Pokemon. And then Monday night for the premiere, we will do Ninja Gaiden 4. Okay? Now, herein lies the question that we need to answer. Next week, there are 3 new releases. Ninja Gaiden 4, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, and Tormented Souls 2. Okay? The question is, do we play Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2? Last night, I saw the trailer for it. It actually looked pretty good. It's a narrative-based RPG that has action elements and stealth elements much like Dishonored, but it is horror-themed. It's vampires fighting monsters, and their heads are flying off. It's crazy. Okay? So, honestly, we looked at this last night, and people were like, whoa, it actually looks really good. I'm like, yeah, I didn't even know about it. It actually does look significantly good. So, do we get it? I'll play it, but I don't know. Like, is there enough desire to see this game? All right, I'm curious. Would you guys want to see Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 starting next week? It's a full-priced game. I haven't seen if it's cheaper anywhere. Yep, they don't have it yet. They don't have it listed anywhere yet for like the discount places. I don't see it. And it's a full-price game, $60. So I'm willing to try it, but only if people want it. Okay? So I want your feedback between now and Tuesday. If the answer is yes, then Tuesday's daytime stream will be Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, and then we'll continue with Ninja Gaiden 2 on the late stream on Tuesday night. And then what we will do is alternate, and we'll probably do streams of Silk Song and Vampire, and then we'll do some Ninja Gaiden at night during the week. Now also that Thursday is Tormented Souls 2. For those who don't remember, Tormented Souls is a game that came out a few years ago. It is a complete homage, throwback, survival horror classic style game that plays similarly to, say, Resident Evil 2. Okay? It's great. I loved the game. It played like a great survival horror game. Lots of awesome elements to it. So I'm excited for it. I definitely am playing it. This is definitely the month for it. They're releasing it at exactly the right time. So that's the thing. Now, if I play that, so now you're talking Ninja Gaiden 4, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, Tormented Souls 2, and Pokemon, and Silk Song, all at the same time. How on earth are we going to pull that off? Right? That's a problem. I don't know how we could do that. And then, of course, the week after that is Outer Worlds 2. Then we've got the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection and my Halloween Marathon. So, like, how do we do all that? I don't know how we would actually balance all of that. It seems like too much, doesn't it? So, what do we do? It's an important question. I don't know. How do we tackle all this? You know, this is why Mario after today has to go on hiatus. There's no way that Mario Galaxy 2 can be part of the lineup when I have this many games that we're juggling. Okay. So today will be the last one for Mario. It'll go on hiatus. It will come back. Mario will resume once we get through the new releases and there's less going on in the schedule. Mario will come back and be a regular part of the schedule again. Because don't get me wrong, Mario Galaxy 2 is doing well, but it's not a new game. It was always meant to be a filler title until more new stuff came out. Okay? So what do you guys think? Like, what games would you want to see the most? Is Ninja Gaiden 4, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, Tormented Souls 2, Silk Song, or Pokemon? Out of those 5, like, what are you guys most excited for? Look at all these different answers. Vampire the Masquerade, Pokemon and Ninja Gaiden, Pokemon. I think you'd enjoy Vampire over Ninja Gaiden. Oh, you found a cheaper key? Okay, thank you. Yes, thank you. I'll look for that. King First is telling me he found a place you can get it for cheaper. Okay. Pokemon the Masquerade. Play what you want to play. Well, that's the problem. All these new games, I want to try them all. But how do I? Probably Pokemon. I think there's a lot of people who want to see me play Pokemon because it's been many years since I played one, right? The last time one I played was Scarlet. And people crave things that I don't do all the time. So I get it. All right. Well, we have some time. The real question is, we are going to be playing, we're definitely playing Ninja Gaiden 4. Well, okay, we're definitely playing Pokemon. We're definitely playing Ninja Gaiden 4. We're definitely playing Tormented Souls 2. The question is, are we going to play Vampire the Masquerade or not? So we have a few days to tackle that and figure it out and try to determine what we want to do. Let's talk about it. Over the next several days, come to a determination so people know what's going on Tuesday. Okay? Cool. All right, so folks, guess what? That's what I had to talk about today. Those are my topics. We determined this Taco Bell Red Hot menu with the chicken will be the next DSP tries it. Okay. And we all already have ideas for the next couple. That's excellent. We're talking about the schedule. I talked about Battlefield. We got everything done. So now I will open up this podcast to the public. Please tag me in either chat. I will type it to the Kick chat so it's easier to tag me. Please tag me in either chat. And let's see what you guys want to talk about for the next half hour or so. We'll do some Q&A, which we haven't done in a bit. What's on everyone's mind? Am I going to play Neo 3? Probably. It's a maybe. Depends on if people want it or not. The thing is, Neo 2, I actually played well, and then everyone hated it. Oh, this is boring. Well, yeah. The game is this, it's this pattern. Kill enemies, build up your meter, right? Use the meter to transform, build a big combo based on the transformation or whatever, unleash all your weapon powers and then build up, start over. Like, that was the whole game. No, Hell Is Us, I'm glad I didn't play it. For the record, almost no one's talking about Hell Is Us. It came out in September, and it got zero hype. Basically, people who played it were like, meh. It's just kind of like a fart in the wind. It's here for 1 second, you smell it, and it's gone. I played the demo, and I wasn't impressed by the demo. I thought it was just okay. And apparently that's everyone's opinion on the game, so I'm glad that I didn't play it. So, we did, Dark Chaos says, what about Zaxby's or Jollibee for DSP Tries It? There are no Zaxby's here in Washington State. Jollibee we did, and I absolutely loved it, and I would love to return to Jollibee at some time in the future. But as of now, we just did it, 3-4 months ago? And it was quite good. It was shockingly good. I thought it was amazingly good fast food. I didn't know it was that good. So there you go. Oh, yeah, they the word is they are making a sequel to Bug Snacks. Bug Snacks, for those who don't remember, was a launch title for the PlayStation 5 many, many years ago. Apparently, they're making a sequel, but, it's been a long time coming. It still didn't come out. Hopefully, it does actually happen, because I thought Bug Snacks was actually a great game. Did I ever play the original Halo campaign? I think I did. Didn't we do it together when the Master Chief Collection came out? And didn't we discover that you can beat the vast majority of Halo games by just walking right through them and ignoring every enemy? Because we did. We beat like most of the games by just walking through them. Like, wow, what a master level designed game, huh? You can't do that on Legendary? No? Well, I definitely didn't play it on Legendary. I think I played it on whatever the standard difficulty was. I just walked right through the whole game. Say hello to the Dancing Rat. Hello, Dancing Rat emote. I like that emote on Kick. I think it's cute. Dancing Rat. Am I going to watch John Cena's final match in December? No. I'm not watching wrestling. I really have no interest in it, to be honest. I did wrestling for, 4 months? I covered it heavily. You guys expressed that you didn't care anymore after WrestleMania. Like, that WrestleMania Super Show, I'll be honest, I was disappointed because I put a lot of effort into that show. I had multiple guests who were lined up for it. It was an amazingly long Super Show covering all of WrestleMania. I felt like it was a great entertaining piece of work. No one cared. No one supported it. And I said, fuck this. I'm not doing this anymore. It's not worth my time. It's too much to watch. It's too much time investment. Fuck this thing. And I'm not going back to it. There's no point. Not just being honest. There's no point. Wrestling is very exhausting. Because if you start to like wrestling, it always disappoints you. They always do a stupid swerve to the plot line that you like. They always disappoint you. They'll build you up just to break you down later. So you can't really get all the entertainment out of the wrestling itself. You got to get into like the commentary community and everything. That's what I did. Like, okay, well, if I'm going to watch all this wrestling, well, I'll do a show and do commentary and all that. And the show worked for a bit. And then what happened is the gimmick wore out. It's like anything. People like seeing things from time to time, right? Every once in a while, we do a Lego stream. It works because of that. Every once in a while, we'll jump onto Steam and look at some games and randomly pick some to try. It works if you do it every once in a while. But when you do something regularly, it loses its luster. It doesn't feel special anymore. And then people don't care about it as much anymore. Right? So that's why the wrestling thing worked for a bit, but number one, I don't like modern wrestling enough to keep investing a ton of time into it unless people really want it. If Smart Guys had blown up and actually got popular, and I was getting thousands of viewers, and I was actually making really good money on it, I'd be like, listen, it's work. I don't like wrestling as much in the modern era as I used to, but it's worth it. It's an investment of my time, and I'll do it. But that's not what happened. What happened is it started up here, and then it kind of went here, and then it went here, and here, and here, and then at the end, when the most effort I put in was rewarded the least. So that was you guys telling me you don't care for it. So I'm not going to waste time on it then. We'll do things you care for. There you go. What would I love to see Sucker Punch do now that Ghost of Yote is out? I think they need to drop the whole Ghost game now. It sucks because I thought Ghost of Tsushima was so good, but they literally screwed up Ghost of Yote so bad with their nonsense that no one's going to care about the series moving forward. So they need to do something different. I mean, what would they do? It would be great if they could bring back Infamous. I would love to see Infamous revived. Am I excited for the new Wolverine game? I want to see more. Right now, I'm kind of like, I don't know yet. I want to see more. What's up, Max Power? How you doing? Have I discarded the idea of a variety podcast? No, I just haven't really had a lot of time to work on it. If you haven't noticed, gaming has been working very well. Me just doing gaming again, covering gaming full-time and everything. This year, it's been reinvigorated. I'm getting more support this year for just gaming stuff than I have in many, many years. So because of that, I've been busy with what's working. I feel like a variety podcast could work, but I need to find a reason to do it and time to do it. And when I am basically juggling so many games, playing so many games, doing so much, and people are liking that and supporting it, I got to focus on what's already working, right? I think a variety show could work in the long run. I think it could. Absolutely it could. No, I stopped doing the Patreon private video stuff a long time ago. We don't do that anymore. What am I getting you for Christmas? Well, every Christmas we do our Christmas marathon, right? I dress up in holiday festive attire. I drink festive holiday booze. And we do a variety of gaming and food and fun stuff. It'll be a good time this year. I'm sure it will be. Do I prefer coffee or tea? Flavor-wise, I think that tea tastes better than coffee. Okay? Being honest, I grew up drinking tea. My mother loved tea, and there was always tea in the house, and we would drink different teas and things like that. Now that I'm an adult, though, I drink coffee twice a day. Why do I really drink coffee? For the effect, for the caffeine boost. I have one with my breakfast and one right after dinner, and it gives me the energy I need to go through the day and not feel sluggish or tired. Sometimes I'll have an extra if I need it. And the coffee, I always drink the Hawaiian coffee because Hawaiian coffee has a unique flavor to it, a distinct flavor that I really like compared to regular coffee. But at the same time, if you were to taste test tea versus coffee, I think tea tastes better. Stuart says, can we get some Halloween candy for the marathon? You mean like me actually having candy to eat during the marathon event? I mean, we could, but I wonder what I would get. DH1 did a $5 super chat, says, you seem fidgety today, rocking the chair, touching your hair constantly. I literally do this every day. It just so happens, as you can see, there's one spot of hair that will not stay down. It bothers me when I see that on camera, so I keep touching it. But I literally move like this every day. So thank you, by the way. Thank you, DH1, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you so very much for the early support today, everybody. Yes, I'll be in costume. I'm always in costume on the Halloween event. I have my costume now. I am looking for an improvement to the costume. I went online looking and I couldn't find what I wanted. So I will probably try to go to Halloween stores like another time before Halloween and see if I can get some things to enhance the costume. We'll see. Yes, I used to watch Legends of the Hidden Temple all the time back in the day. I actually really liked it when it was on Nickelodeon. I thought it was a fun show. Everyone asking, well, what's the costume? I'm not going to tell you what the costume is. I'm not going to tell you what the costume is at all. No spoilers. What did you miss? You're just showing up for the podcast. Let's see. You missed us determining what the next DSP tries it is. You missed us talking about why I'm not playing Battlefield 6 anymore. And you missed us talking about the schedule and the fact that next week there's an insane amount of new games coming out, and we're trying to figure out which ones I should play, if not all of them. So you missed a lot, actually. Can we guess? Sure, you can guess the costume, but I'm not going to acknowledge or I'm not going to confirm nor deny anything. So literally, you could say a million things in chat. It won't matter because I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say if it is or not what the costume is. Do I think the steak nuggets will be good? No, not at all. But I don't know. I've had that attitude before. Like, for example, the chicken nuggets from Taco Bell, right? I thought the chicken nuggets from Taco Bell were going to actually be disgusting. And they were actually good. They were juicy, and they had great flavor in the breading. I was like, what is going on? Why does Taco Bell have good chicken nuggets? They shouldn't, but they do. So maybe the steak nuggets will be good. I don't know, but I'm going to give them a shot. I'm not going to go in with a bad attitude or anything. What's up? The bottom line is real. What? I'll be wearing a platinum Dracula cape? Yes. I'm going to be wearing a holographic cape, so I'll spin at the camera and blind everyone. Yes, correct. Sorry about that. All right, guys, what else you want to talk about? If you got any more topics, toss them my way. If not, that's fine. We can always end the show a little on the earlier side, but let's see what you got. And what else is up? What's up, Filipino? How you doing? Dressed as a rat? Man, after last night's rat squeezer, whatever it was called, rat shaker, I don't think I want to be a rat. That game has traumatized me. Yes, I went trick-or-treating. I've talked about this many times, even just recently. Alex from Phoenix has done a $5 super chat. Thank you, Alex. He says, I'm only excited for GTA 6. That's months away. Everything else has been a letdown. Hopefully some of the games coming up are not letdowns. I hope that we get, out of all the games we're playing, hopefully we get a few good ones. Some of the ones recently have surprised me. Silk Song, I didn't know if I was going to like it. Absolutely love it. Chronos, I didn't know if it was going to be good. Super duper good survival horror game. So we'll have to see. Hopefully some of these are good coming up. Someone tipped the buck and says, what's your starter Pokemon going to be? I don't know, because I don't know what the starter Pokemon are in Pokemon Legends ZA. I haven't looked into it. I can't answer that question. I don't spoil myself on games. So I have no idea what the starter Pokemon are. We'll have to just figure it out. We'll look together and pick, on the fly. Can I tell you more about my wife? How long have we been together? She moved in with me in 2018, February 2018. How did you meet? That's a story for another day. And one day I might fully tell the story. Okay? But I've never told the story, and I don't want to delve into that right now. Does she play games? Yes, she does. She used to play games like Overwatch, Skyrim, etc. Recently, much like a lot of people, she's basically fell out of love with mainstream gaming and AAA gaming. So many games have come out that have been very, very underwhelming. What happened to this? Underwhelming, disappointing, and quite frankly, just not very good. AAA studios that used to pump out great stuff now pumping out schlock and microtransaction nonsense. And you drop $70, the game's boring within 5 hours. So she hasn't really been playing a lot of mainstream games at all. In fact, she canceled her Game Pass subscription because there wasn't anything on there she wanted to play. She's been playing more indie-style games, sim games, chill games on the mini PC that I had at one point. I gave it to her, and she's been playing on that. And the next game she's looking forward to is Power Wash Simulator 2. That's coming out in a week or two. And there's a couple other games, too, like she said, like sim games and things that are probably coming out soon that we want to look at. So, all right, well, I did get my first kicks. It was 100 kicks from Black Mamba. What a great name. And then I got another $5 super chat from DH1. Thank you, DH1, for $5. Very nice. Thank you for the early support, everybody. No, not Power Watch Simulator, Power Wash Simulator. Like a power washer. The sequel's coming out in like a week. I'm glad you're enjoying the podcast, Lord Mobile. Can we have a collectibles tour? What collectibles tour? I don't have any collectibles. The only stuff I do have some classic games still in the closet, and I have those pieces of art that I was putting behind in the set for a couple of years there. That's it. I don't have anything else. Everything's been gone for a long time. No, I already answered. I don't have any of that stuff from back in the day. People are now saying, "What about this? What about this piece of art? What about?" I don't have any of it. All I have, excuse me, all I have is that video game styled 8-bit style art that I had behind me in the set for a couple of years. I have the classic games collection, and that's it. I have nothing else. Everything has been gone for many, many years. I've said this a lot, just people to listen, I guess. I don't know. But no, I don't have any of it. Have I seen the game We Harvest Shadows? No. Never heard of that one. Did I ever been to Disneyland once when I was in my early 20s, but I was only there for about 30 minutes. I didn't pay for it. My friend apparently either knew someone who was an employee or someone, and they had free tickets. So it was me and two of my friends went there, and we walked in, we're walking around, and they got bored and wanted to leave. And I'm like, okay, I guess we're not doing anything. I would have liked to go on some rides or something, but they just wanted to walk around. So it was a pretty quick trip. No, I didn't pay for it. See, the point I'm making here, why am I bringing it up like that? Because if I paid for it, I would have got my money's worth. You know, I don't know how much tickets to Disneyland cost back then. Today, they're super expensive. But, like, if I was ever going to go to a place like that, I would have spent a lot of time there myself and, investigated and rode rides and everything. But for some reason, my friend, he gave us the tickets. We went in, and they got bored, and they wanted to leave. I'm like, wow, we just got here. I don't know if I'll ever come back. And I haven't been back. So it kind of sucks that I didn't get a chance to really explore. Biggest roller coaster I've ever ridden? I think the biggest one was that Batman one that I was on, which I think was called, like, the Chiller. I could be wrong. It was a Mr. Freeze roller coaster at a Six Flags, and it was really high up. But it was a short ride, but it was, like, a unique one because the gimmick was you sit down and you put the bars down, and they say, okay, get ready, and you're like, boom, out of the gates, you are flying. It goes, like, 0 to 100. It's like, just boom. And you're flying out the doors. You're like, whoa. And then it goes around this, you're like, whoa. And you're inside. Then you're outside again. Whoa. And you're inside. Then you're outside again. So basically, it's like a fast ride, but it's like crazy speed. It like really rocks you because you're so fast. I went on it like 2 more times. I loved it. I went on the thing like three times. It was such a great ride. But I was never a big roller coaster guy. I didn't go on many in my life. Probably like 3 or 4 total in my whole life. Yes, I have been to a Halloween haunted house. I went to a few of them when I was younger. Lilith says, I went to Disney in 2019. It cost $3,000 for 2 people, 4 days. Yeah, I've heard it's so expensive to do Disney now. It's ridiculous. What type of wedding ring do I have? This type? What a question. This type. See the one on my finger? That's my wedding band. There you go. Very exciting. Do I ever plan on playing Spyro again? If there's a reason to? Is there a reason to? It included Park Hopper and Meal Pass, but it was very expensive. Any plans to ever renew our vows? Maybe someday. I mean, it hasn't been that long. 6 years. It's not super long. Maybe we would eventually, but, it would be nice to go on a honeymoon, and while on the honeymoon, renew our vows or something. I don't know. Have I ever thought about upgrading and blinging out the wedding ring? No. I've never thought, that thought has never crossed my mind. Shout out to Photo Mohen, who just did some kicks. Thank you. Okay. Any last questions, guys, before we adjourn? And then I'm going to go on my break, and then we're going to get set up for Mario. And remember, today we're even doing DSP Tries It Steak Nuggets, so we got a lot going on today on this stream. No, I didn't see a Killzone presentation sent to a dev team. Is there a new Killzone in development? That's interesting. I'm good today. I'm hoping it doesn't get too warm because it is sunny outside. It's cool outside, but it's sunny outside. So I hope that the temperatures maintain. Starting tomorrow, it's actually supposed to be cloudy and rainy every day. So hopefully it'll actually be nice starting tomorrow, and we'll have real fall weather every day. But with the sun out, it's kind of annoying because it can warm up in here, but hopefully it doesn't. Shout out to the Snuffleupagus, 10 months as a member of the channel. Thank you to Snuffy. Snuffy, that's right. That's the nickname on Sesame Street. Do I prefer boot-shaped nuggets or regular-shaped nuggets? Does the shape of a nugget matter? Really? They used to have drumstick-shaped nuggets. I think it was the Purdue chicken nuggets back in the day. Used to look like little chicken drumsticks. That was cool. I've never had turkey nuggets before, ever, so I wonder if they would be good. I don't really see them. Have you ever seen turkey nuggets? I don't think I've ever seen them. Maybe they're good because I like ground turkey, so maybe I would like turkey nuggets. Or nuggies or nugs. Turkey nugs. A small team made a business concept for it? Oh, yeah, but were they authorized to do so? Like, Killzone's owned by Sony, right? So, well, no. Killzone is owned by... Who owns Killzone? Isn't it the makers of Horizon own Killzone? So wouldn't they need permission to do that? I don't know. It's confusing. You own Killzone. Oh, okay. Someone in chat owns Killzone. I didn't know that. Thought it was owned by a company, not privately held. All right. Do I like going to the dentist? No. The last time I enjoyed going to the dentist was when I was a kid, and the dentist had a Sega Genesis in the lobby for kids to play while they waited, because I didn't have one. It was the first time I ever played Sonic, and I was like, oh, this is cool. That's why I actually wanted a Genesis, because I played it at my dentist. That was the last time I enjoyed going to the dentist. All right, are we good? I think we've had a good show. So here's what we need to figure out, okay? Next week, there's so many games coming out. Do I attempt to play them all? Or do we pick and choose certain ones and skip others? That's really the question. Like, I didn't even know that this Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 game was even coming out. I didn't know it existed. I saw the trailer for it last night, and I was like, oh, that could be pretty good. But if we do that, now we're balancing a lot of games. You know, trying to finish Silk Song and Pokemon starting and Ninja Gaiden 4 and that and then Tormented Souls 2. That's a lot. So, you know, I guess we'll have to see. Let's talk about it over the next few days and determine if we're going to do that or not. All right? All right, folks. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the show. I'll be back on Friday, not tomorrow, because tomorrow I want to do a major Pokemon stream. I'll be back on Friday to give my initial thoughts on Pokemon Legends ZA and let you know if it's any good. And of course, we'll have some week-ending news roundup and more. It should be a great one. Thank you all for a great show. I will see you all soon. Peace out.